What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your friendly neighborhood gamer, Super Dope here, joined by my fellow esteemed caster, Jock. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
Hey. And we have an exciting match. It is the final day of Stage 1. The last matches are going to be played tonight. And for our first matchup, we have Quantum versus Plus Ultra. I'll get those overlays going. And Jock, tell us who we have playing tonight.
Well, tonight we have on Plus Ultra Bisque, Odin Senpai, and Bomb. They're three very good players. They have multiple skills. And then on the other side, we've got Braymore, Multicallum, and I believe Dage, who's their third. Braymore and Dage are heavy Nova players. Multicallum tends to favour the Pulsar. So it should be quite an interesting game.
Definitely, yeah. I know that Dage is currently in an Echo Arena match, so they will have to be waiting on him for, I think, the next map to add him in. So I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think our first map will be a 3v3.
Okay.
And yeah, and we haven't seen we've seen one 3v3 so far, and it was an exciting matchup. Is there anything like we learned from that we'd want to see this time around? Oh, we also
yeah, I mean 3v3, especially on Surge, it's a wide open map. It leaves a lot of space and a lot of area they can play in. I mean, there's a lot you can do with it. It's not as hard as 4v4 or 5v5 as we've both witnessed before. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, definitely. A lot more open space to deal with without that fourth member there. A lot more room for strategies or just, to navigate without having everything being so crowded, especially on a tight map. It looks like our first map will be Surge, so a payload map with, very indoors with some tight corridors here. So it'd be interesting to see how the 3v3 pans out. I wonder what kind of guns they'll be using, too, what kind of attack mods as well. It looks like on Quantum here we have Braymore running that's a Comet, and the Bomb.
Multicallum. The Bomb. It looks like we've got somebody swapping sides here already.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how the Bomb got on Quantum. Maybe they signed him the past 15 minutes. I guess both teams are. I think there was a crash. So
yeah,
they're
he's
trying
probably
to
just explaining it. Yeah, I mean, what the Quantum needs to do is they need to come out fast, they need to come out hard. I mean, that 1 second respawn time, they've got to use that to their advantage to get the payload out that first section and through the middle section.
Yep, we've seen a great strategy from offensive teams to be, snapping out early and trying to capitalize on that short spawn timer for the offense and the negative spawn timer for the defense and getting that first pick. It's all about that first pick, because if you can get that, you can throw the fight into your favor once the respawns come through. So we definitely like to see that aggression from the attacking team.
Definitely, and if you can stagger them, then there's no reason you can get it all the way through.
That's right.
You've just got to keep that stagger.
So for those of you tuning in for the first time, this is a payload map, as it says on our beautiful flamingo here. So the attacking team will have to escort this flamingo, and in order to escort it, they have to have at least one person on it. Otherwise, it won't move. And the more people you have on it, it will stack the speed, I think up till 4. I don't know if there's increased speed, or I think there's less returns based on how many people. 2 will have the most increased returns, and then it will decrease, but it will still go a little bit faster. Anyways, they have to push it first straight into this room here, and then around this bend. So the defending team with lots of places to set up. They can set up inside the room here, they can set up a little further back, or all the way around this bend if they want to hold the second half here. So the attacking team will have a long way to go, and we'll see where the defending team decides to set up, if they can get that third member. Still waiting on them to join back in. Before we get started here, I'll throw up a quick thank you to our sponsors. Shout out to them. We could not be doing this without them. Antlion Audio, VR Cover, VR Lens Lab, Mammoth VR, and Rebuff Reality. So, Josh, any predictions for this map? For this matchup in general?
Well, on 3v3, looking at who they've got, if Dage comes in, I mean 3v3, they're fairly even matched. It should hopefully be a fairly competitive game, which would be good to see on a 3v3.
Yeah, I would like to see an even matchup here too. It'd be definitely exciting to see. I think they're still waiting on Knight to join back in as well. As another crash happens on Plus Ultra, I am not quite sure what is going on here on the technical difficulty side, but looks like User is able to join back in. Again, we're still waiting on Knight and Dage and one other member, I forgot. But again, I think this first matchup will be a 3v3, so we're just waiting on one member currently, and the other two will be joining us for our second map. We apologize, things are a little weird today. This is the last day to do matches, so teams have been, that have been having a hard time schedule are kind of just squeezing it in now, so things might get a little messy, but should be an interesting matchup nonetheless.
Yeah, it's just lucky that people like yourself are able to jump in at the last minute to cast it.
Yeah, shout out to our casters. Nice job, Jock, for being able to come through last minute.
Hey, man, always. But I mean, let's face it. Our casters have done fantastic for this first section. We've managed to cast a hell of a lot of games. Only missed a few, which is considering everything that's going on in the world, I think that's quite good going.
True. Oh, finally. It looks like the User and Bisc. Oh, okay, we have a 3v3. There are 3 people on each team. I don't know if... Okay, it looks like the teams have joined their proper teams and readied up. And finally, our match will be underway. So, a 3v3 here. Exciting to see. We will follow Quantum on the approach here. Well, first we're going to have to see where the setup from Plus Ultra is.
Yeah,
and
we want to see that first.
The Great Flamingo Race. The Great Flamingo Race.
Da, 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 da.
We have the bomb in front here. Oh, the Bisc pulling through ahead. The bomb's still in front, though. Odin Senpai making a run for it. Bisc, last second, though. Oh, Bisc makes it to the wall.
Well done, Bisc.
From last to first. Well done, Bisc.
For the record, stream, I won.
Oh, yeah, we know. We know. You got it, Bisc.
Starting in 10, 9, 8, 7.
All right, 10 seconds
6,
to get going here.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wow, and Bisc's sitting quite far forward there.
Oh yeah, it
And
looks like a
Odin.
very forward defense here from Plus Ultra. Quantum just hanging on to the point here. Braymore with the Comet decides to peel off. Get some more space here. Again, a lot of space here without 4 players, so we'll see what the teams decide to do with it. Braymore with a nice advance onto Bisc there, and they managed to take down one. And so far the payload not moving, but the space still being made as the picks come in.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange to see Braymore, who's primarily an arena player, actually using something apart from Nova, as they tend to favour that.
Payload's still making some progress here, although not so much defending going on. Although finally, a nice flank from Odin Senpai takes out User, and the bomb takes out Multicalum, and this could be the first defensive hold so far from Plus Ultra. We'll definitely slow them down.
They're pushing out and taking too much time. They need to come out hard, take one, come out again, take another, and just keep pushing like that, and then get somebody on the payload.
Yep, that's right. They are still, taking their time over here on the push. Kind of getting slowed down here. Oh, we have Multicalum going in on the left, but he does get taken down by 2 members of Plus Ultra. And the other 2 members are also taken down as well. So, yeah, a little too passive pushing here from Quantum. But again, with 3 people, a little difficult to send everyone in and still move the payload.
You need aggression on this first section, and they're just not showing it at the moment.
We have Odin Senpai, on the other hand, being super aggressive on the defense, going right at the payload, and when he goes low, he phases out. So a great defensive play just to stall things and slow them down even more. Seems to be working, and he does survive. Gets the heal back too, and they're all full up for a 3v3, and the User goes down. So far, I'm really impressed with this 3v3 defense from Plus Ultra. They're running the shield here. I don't know how much value they're getting from that because he's also kind of behind cover at the same time, but still, he does get that peek, and they do manage to get the kills, so it does seem to be working for them so far. Plus Ultra holding Quantum out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, they've only got 40 seconds now. They need to get a move on.
Yep, and they're running pulsars too. It's interesting to see the aggression coming with the pulsar. It seems to be working as they're just kind of chipping Quantum down as they approach. It's really because Quantum, they're a little slow. You can punish the pulsar by going in real fast before the pulsar has enough time to really get that damage on you. But if you take too long, that pulsar will chip down on your health, and you will be at a disadvantage in the fight.
Payload returning.
This is a team that actually
Yeah, I mean, they've really got to start moving. And now they're just panicking and grabbing hold of the payload and trying to move it forward.
Yeah.
But this is, it's starting to look like it might be a bit too late here.
Accelerating.
Although, they're pushing it now, all three of them, but they're sitting on the payload, which is always very risky.
together quite a lot.
Yep, all three of them though, just trying to get that maximum speed on the payload.
But you always risk two people coming in, two detonators, you're all gone. It's a risky...
Yep, he's right. They are going to come rushing, and here they are. The shield
And
flies
there goes
into no man's land. The fight breaks out on the payload. Odin Senpai managed to take down one, and then he goes down himself, but
On it, but okay.
it is too late. Quantum somehow
No, don't apologise.
gets
mate.
chased off the point, and that is
This whole
round
league
one.
has just done nothing but piss me off. I'm just not having fun, which is why I play this game.
Multical, I'm a little sad about that loss, or something that went down there. I think it must be the technical difficulties too. But it seemed like a fair matchup to me. We were just missing that aggression out of Quantum on the attack, and that's
Yes.
kind of where their downfall was.
Wish I still gave a shit.
Take your
Yeah, it was too
defensive
much sitting back, too much mucking around, and with this you need to be able to get in there fast, get your hands dirty, and do some damage, and they just weren't able to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which Plus Ultra took to their advantage, and rightfully so, and punished them for it.
Get in contact with each other.
Plus Ultra will have a... Oh, I do have to fix the overlays now.
I tried to ping you this morning to get you to join, but you didn't have Discord on.
It's fine. Let's not
Blue
turn it into
Quantum.
infighting.
Match.
Some teams, they
Let's do our
can
best.
get in their head when things are going down. It's definitely important to refocus and reset after every round to have your best chance of, focusing and
Two,
getting in there.
one.
Yeah, I mean, you could hold this, but it's going to be a tough fight.
Payload mobilized.
To hold this, they're going to have to work together and
Yep,
communicate.
they are running a 4 defense, and then they do manage to take out the boosting pair on Plus Ultra, and so far a good start for them. They are playing very close up. They have to be really careful about their lives, because if they go down, that spawn time is going to be very punishing for them. But
Nice multi-call.
as I said, that Multicallum does manage to get the kill and get away, so that's exactly what they're looking for.
Thank you.
And Brainwell's taking a bit of damage here.
Yeah. Oh,
Along with
some
the
more
user.
pulsar action onto Odin Senpai. A lot of pulsars in this game, interestingly enough. Maybe that's their 3v3 strategy, the secret sauce.
Well, I mean, since Meteor now's got its problems, nobody's using it. I suppose you've got to, if you want to go long range, you've only got two choices.
It's interesting.
And
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
Meteor's
people-
still very strong on this map, at least, especially on this map.
Delivery
It's interesting to see people still opting for the pulsar, though. We did see a lot of Meteor in yesterday's matchups on this map.
Yeah, I mean, Meteor's still got its uses, but a lot of people that weren't so good with the Meteor. I mean,
That's true.
you've got good players and players that aren't so good, and if they're not good and they were relying heavily on the splash, then they're not going to be favouring it.
Delivery
Very good point. We do have 3 members of Plus Ultra hanging on here. 2. Bomb goes underneath there to get some good angles on Multicallum. Multicallum throws up the depth, going directly for the payload, though. Gets some damage in there, but
Did my
gets
best,
taken
guys.
down. And the payload is still chugging along.
got
Oh,
it.
and that's it. That is the round. A good defense, a good try from Quantum. They almost honestly stopped them. It showed like a lot of promise, especially in the beginning. But Plus Ultra eventually overrunning them. Again, a 3v3, very difficult to actually plan for, strategize, because, it's just, we never play like that.
Nobody
So
practices
no
for
team's
it,
really
let's
accustomed
face
to
it.
it. Exactly.
Yo, Monte, sorry for the rough match. That was actually our first map win, so we're kind of excited, but we still feel.
Yo, no need to apologize.
So, what map do you reckon they're going to pick next?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see another payload. Maybe I think it might turn into a 4v4. So we might see a full team refresh here, and I don't know what maps they'll choose. Honestly, I'd like to see a capture point, switch things up a bit. But that's
Yeah,
our
a bit
first
of
matchup
Dyson
here.
or-
Yep. We'll be right back.
Combustion.
We're just gonna throw this to a quick message from our sponsors.
This is Pitt, and he takes creating lenses pretty seriously. That's no surprise, because he has been creating innovative lenses and coatings for the German market since 10 years in his laboratory he started back in 2004.
Hey, we're just.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to our second map of the day. Super dope here, joined by Jock. And we're going to be playing on Dyson. So let me get those overlays ready for you.
But you guys can ready up whenever. So.
That's okay, we'll wait.
I think Plus Ultra is actually on... Oh, Plus Ultra is going to be blue.
So we'll do team ready just to let
Orange squad, ready.
know that we're ready.
No.
Is it still going to be a 3v3? It looks like it's still a 3v3. I thought it was going to be a 4v4
Sorry,
by
you
now, but I
glitched
guess
halfway
maybe
through that
Dage
sentence.
still
What was
isn't
that?
ready. I guess we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, he's stuck in his arena match probably.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is an actual competition match. It's being streamed on Twitch.
I mean, with their 10-minute rounds, it can go on for quite some time, especially if it keeps turning over.
That's definitely true. Do you expect to see anything different on this map?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd like to see a bit more aggression, to be honest. At the moment, they were, floundering on Surge. I'm just hoping that they managed to pull it together and get in there fast and attack harder.
Yeah, this is a capture point map, so they definitely are both going to be fighting over that point. Whoever wants it more badly enough to get in there is really going to be the one taking it in the end. A 3v3 though, so do you expect any different kind of comps on this map as well? Maybe some more Pulsar. We saw a lot of that last round.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if they all go for Pulsar. If they've got a decent Nova on each side, then you definitely want to use that because you can get in there and cause some real heavy damage. But it's going to be interesting on what they decide to go with when the match starts.
Yep, we do see Multicallum sporting the Pulsar right now, as long as the bomb from Plus Ultra. Although User and Brainware are both running Comets, which are also really strong on this map. It's a very open map with a lot of space, especially in a 3v3. It's going to be all about that getting damage in from that long range, because it's going to be tough. With only 3 people, it's not like you have a couple of units to boost in here and there. You're only going to have that one opportunity, and if you have 2 people boost in, you're leaving 1 behind. So it's all about how you triangulate yourself between your 3 people, not getting too spread out. And I think the team that sticks together is going to have the edge here.
Our next one's against the humans, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, but they need to get in there and hunker down. I mean, if you've got Comets out there, then that's where you need to get underneath the point, and it makes it real difficult to pull them out.
Yep. We have Quantum readied up so far. Still waiting on Plus Ultra. to smooth things out. Guess they're talking over, you know, their last-minute strategies and positionings here on this. I guess it's still a 3v3. I was under the impression that it was going to turn into a 4v4, although I guess it seems that's not the case,
Blue squad.
as both
ready.
teams
No,
ready
no,
up.
totally.
All right, another 3v3 for you guys. Exciting. This is our second 3v3 in the ECFL. I didn't even expect to see any, but it's cool. I kind of like it. It adds a different layer to things.
Ability to
And
play
it'd be
as
interesting to, you know, collectively, I don't know if there'll be any more 3v3s, but to see, you know, what really shined the most and what is the 3v3 meta. We have both teams attacking from from backpad here, as Plus Ultra does make it first to the payload. Oh, it seems like 2 members of Quantum did go through the tunnels, though, so they are a little split up. And the fight breaks out in Junction. There are 3 members against 2 members, so it looks like Plus Ultra will have the edge here, as they do get a couple kills. They lose Bisque, but they will have the man advantage on the point. Point's still not unlocked yet, though, and User forced to use his phase to get away.
Point
So he will not have it for the
unlocked in
initial fight
5,
here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pulsar fire here.
Oh yeah. The Pulsar Focus Fire comes through from Plus Ultra, making it very difficult for Quantum to advance. They do, again, they're advancing slowly here. Not what they need to do. They need to get in quickly and not spread out, because the slower they are, the more percentage is going to tick up for Plus Ultra, which is exactly what Plus Ultra wants. They're grouping up, they're sticking together, and if any one member of them go in, they're just going to dive on that member, which they do. And you see the team that is grouped up having a major advantage here over Quantum that are all spread out.
I mean, the problem is, you know, with the Comet, you've got to get through those shields. Unless you can get them shields down, you're not going to be able to get to them.
Yep.
You know, you need a lot of fire on a shield from a Comet to take it out, and they can just sit there all day long. Oh, and they're coming out.
The Pulsar are definitely a more aggressive weapon than Comet at close range. And that's exactly what they want when they're holding down the point like that.
Yeah. Although, they've just taken it.
Yeah, great push out of Quantum as they flip the point for the first time in this matchup. And it is 59-16 and counting. We have a backpad set up here from Plus Ultra. See what they decide to do. They boost up towards the roof. One of them seems to go out into no man's land here, although he may be going behind. Oh, he does take that positioning to, you know, have some cover here. The bomb takes out Multicallum early into the fight. Braymore goes down really low and is finally taken down, and it looks like Plus Ultra should capitalize and go in for the point right now, which is what they do, and they capture it. A great point take by Plus Ultra here.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Quantum sit back and wait to. Nope, looks like they're not. They're gonna come out individually again.
Yep, Multicallum setting up on the ob as the other team members are still spawning in. One of them is coming through the tunnels here, and one from up top. We'll see how this pans out. Looks like the member in the tunnels gets singled out and taken down. Multicallum flies in trying to stall things out, but he gets taken down too, and Braymore not shortly afterwards. Again, they're kind of going in one by one, right, Jock? This isn't really what we kind of said we wanted to see.
No, they need to come out as a group, and to be honest, again, there's no organisation. They're just sort of coming in random and hoping.
Yep.
Sort of a pub style play as opposed to what you'd expect to see in this kind of matchup.
So the first round goes to Plus Ultra. Hopefully Quantum will get the memo and group up, and we can see a little more coordination out of them this time around. This is Quantum's last chance to extend the match. Otherwise, they will be 2-0'd by Plus Ultra. And we have Quantum out the gate coming into tunnels. They are kind of splitting up again. They do send 2 into the tunnels, but again, 3 members of Plus Ultra are there to greet them. Odin Senpai going in first. Manages to get trapped out though. He has to retreat. And Quantum are stacked up now if they focus in on Bisque, and they do. They are able to take down Bisque. This is great to see. They're actually stacking up, grouping together now. And they might win this fight out. It's a 3v2, although Braymore kind of running away here. Not putting down any DPS. If Braymore was shooting during the retreat, they could have had the damage to win that, but looks like they got a little scared. And now it's just the user here by himself who will get focused down, and Plus Ultra will cap. It really looked like Quantum had that. I really thought they did.
Captured.
Yeah, again, they took it fine, and then it all just fell apart very quickly.
We have Quantum splitting up again as they are sending one through the tunnels, one on the ob, and one going through the enemy tunnels. It looks like they will also just kind of, they're going to get there at different times. Yeah, we see user going down early over here as he goes in first. That's the problem with going in one by one. The enemy team is just going to focus you down.
Yeah, totally. You know, you can just focus on one, focus on the other, and just pick them out one at a time.
They managed to get a couple kills, but Bomb, the lone survivor, as Plus Ultra manages to win that fight again, and 44-0 so far, as they're doing a great job holding the point.
And again, they're coming in not really tight. They're sort of, as they spawn,
again, one member in out of Quantum. The other member finally flies in. Again, when you have the man advantage, you probably will win the fight. That's how it works in competitive play. So it's really important about getting the numbers to the right places at the right times.
Point contested.
I mean, surprising use of the shield there, but then again, it's the bomb, and he's one of the only players that favours a shield, which does work sometimes.
Definitely a weak tac mod at the moment, but has its places. Braymore on the shield, on the bridge here, alone again. I'd really like to see Quantum, you know, grouping up here, but it seems like they, you know, they're set in their ways here.
Individually, and floating in individually does not work.
The user by himself, it manages to take down Odin. I don't know if Odin quite knew he was there. We have this 1v1
like
Braymore manages to take him out here. And the bomb
Yeah, I'm not
down
sure
low. But 100-0, Plus Ultra will take it, and they will win that matchup. 2-0.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Yep, there you have it. Congratulations to Plus Ultra.
Well
Quantum,
done.
it's, you know, it's only stage 1. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of time to win some prizes, to get, you know, to improve upon everything. My team personally has lost a bunch of matchups. We have a lot to learn from too. So, yeah, great matchup, and we will have another one starting soon, so don't go anywhere. But thanks for tuning in. So we're gonna, for Coda, because he has to upload these to YouTube, I'm gonna end the stream now, but we're gonna start it again in like a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back. But thanks for watching.